I had to come back live and say this. I didn't see the news today when I did my earlier video, okay? But as I saw it, God brought a memory back that he gave me a long time ago. And he said, you gotta come tell the people this. So I'm here to tell you. Let me try to be concise. Y'all know I ramble a lot, but I need y'all to remember this. Remember when the people were doing these mass exodus, right? Remember, like they were walking from like Morocco, like swimming across to Spain with their babies in their hands. Do y'all remember that? I then told you guys, that's when I knew the Soros crew existed, because I heard God say money moves the crowd. Like back then, because there's no way in the world I would take my baby to swim across, the sea to get to Spain, or the things they were doing to get here to America. There's no way I would put my child in that situation in the massive numbers that they've been doing it, unless money moves the crowd. Back then, I told you guys on this show, I said, watch. I said, I think I called it Abba, right? It was a message to young Black America, right? I go back and look. So now, that message is coming to fruition. With all of this looting at the stores, it's coming to fruition, guys. Now, remember what they had to do at all of the places where the Great Lakes were at. They had to get rid of a certain law. Well, now that law has manifested into this looting. You understand? And now mind you, money moves the crowd, okay? So that means you could see it in the young people's faces that someone paid them to be there. Someone planned for them to be there. You could see it as if it was a meetup. You get what I'm saying? So, the reason why I'm coming back to say this is, when God showed me, they're giving you a target. That's what God showed me a long time ago. Go look back in the videos. I told you guys about this. And now it's here. Where, remember, I did the video and I went, the protesters plan, go home. They're literally giving white America a target. But guess what I know? I know we're smarter than that. I know that we know that these children that are finding themselves out there in stupidity of all races and colors and creeds, I told you guys it was going to be the children they sent out there. Now the children are out there. They're out there, and now we gotta teach. Now we gotta demonstrate love. We have to... Y'all, I see this getting a lot worse. This is the fuse I was talking about earlier. Not knowing that I didn't know all that stuff was happening in Illinois and Compton and all that. That is a programmed, brainwashed move. Money moves the crowd. I told you that a long time ago. That why y'all think I stop and talk to the Soros crew? Because they literally pay people do internet to go and troll. You get what I'm saying? They do this on purpose. This is a purposeful move. People, they're getting paid. They don't know who they're getting paid by. They're fulfilling a role. That's what it is. They're fulfilling a role, just like the people that get into your comments and act like trolls. They're filling a role too. It feels like that whole beautiful conversation we had earlier, after I saw what's going on right now. Our only hope is that people will teach with love, that people will have understanding, that people will understand there's a lot of teenagers out there. And if there's a lot of teenagers out there, there's a lot of parents that don't got rain on their children. It's a lot of them, every race, creed, and color. And we don't have, I gotta admit, I'm sorry to say this, but I have not seen in those locations. I've seen it here. I believe Edmonton would be like they got it in their hearts to teach and to give love unto, you know what I mean? I don't know about everywhere else, and I just want to say, don't be fooled by this. Mothers, parents, grab your children and teach. We can't aid in there ain't nothing I could really say. It just felt like turning on the news and seeing all the stuff that was going on. It felt like everything I said earlier was for nothing, because people won't understand what they're seeing with these kids. Go back and watch my videos. I told you money moves the crowd. I told you they were sending a big group, that it was coming. I told you when they took away when they created the infinite detainment law and the what was that law that they cash bail? Like, yeah, remember that? I told y'all about that. Because they lobbied that cash bail was disparity. And I'm like, they didn't ask nobody in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, no, someone did that. And it was y'all boss, the Sorrell, that he owns the company that lobbied for that law. I'm just saying, he does. Okay, so the one that lobbied for them to remove cash bail, he ran that company. Okay, because people in my hood was not sitting around going, I want people to get out of jail faster and not have to pay money to get out, and you won't keep the rapist and the sex offender, you won't keep them in jail. I really think you're charging them too much money after raping my sister. And nah, nobody in my hood was saying that. No. So I knew that was from someone. Where did it come from? It came from him. So it literally feels like the whole talk I had with you guys earlier that felt like so beautiful, then to turn on the news and see what's going on in Chicago and Compton and many other places is about to go down. They got that off. You know those teens are getting ready to do that all over the place, okay? But like, we gotta be the elephants. Have y'all okay, it's not I feel like I'm just having the most pointless conversation that nobody's listening, that nobody will do, like, that this is just gonna go bad no matter what I say, is how I feel. And I don't want to feel that way. I want to feel like it's worth something that I'm telling you guys this. You know how elephants, it's the truth, look it up. Elephants, whenever elephants go rogue and start killing people, they introduce a whole bunch of older elephants so that the younger elephants can musk up against the old ones. And that's the way you stop the elephants that go killing. They, like, these younger elephants will go on killing sprees until the older elephants were introduced to stop them from going on these killing sprees. I'm saying that because now the prophecy that I gave you guys about how, remember I had that dream where our jovialness was going to make the difference between if we survive this or not. How our young people were going to have crazy despair and in the streets robbing, killing, and murdering. Yeah, that's here. That is where the beginning of that. And if we as adults keep standing back going, look what they're doing, and not musking up against them, meaning coming there and saying, no, stop. If we don't go to that battle, and I'm talking about in goodness, I don't want to say bad because I don't want you, I always say battle because I think, I don't think like you would, not you, or people with war. I think, like, if I don't go to stand in that space to stop that, like, honestly, if there's a way to get every single parent whose child was involved in something like that to stand in the middle of the street to show solidarity against such things. No, they're going to make this about race. They're going to make that about, because there was little black and brown children. I saw it. That was little black and brown children. But I remember this, money moves the crowd, and you keep some people broke. I had to have they'll remember me in Summer Shake, because I had a conversation with my son's friend, and my son's friend was saying how he admired the person that gets over on other people, right? Because he got to make, like, he doesn't want that person to get over on him, so he kind of admires that person and learns from that person. And I'm literally teaching this child about how you can't be that way, how you have to be what kind of person you're going to be. You can't try to guard against someone else's moves like that. You'll never get the opportunity to be you. You're too busy trying to be them, is what I was telling the young man. So if we as a people don't become role models for these kids and do something organized for these kids, some type of organized protest for the kids, meaning we heard the kids gonna show up and we show up too, like, no. This is all bad, y'all. This is the beginning of the Civil War. That's what this is. If we can't find a way to stop those babies, because their people gonna not see them as babies soon. They ain't gonna be kids soon. They put our kids out there. We let them put our kids out there. We gotta, like, stop saving face and take responsibility for the fact that our kids are out there. My kids ain't out there, but your kids are my kids in my head. That's what I'm trying to say, is you gotta, if your kids was out there, your friends' kids was out there, those are your kids. You get what I'm saying? Like, this about to be bad, y'all. I seen this. This is one of the visions I saw, and it's about to be bad. Bad. Watching kids, because they gonna forget they kids soon. They gonna forget that they're kids soon. They're pumping fear into y'all. That's what they doing. So don't let them do that to you, because they are kids. They're kids. They're stupid fucking kids. They're stupid as... They don't know The schools are teaching more about Greek gods than they are civics. That's the truth. Go ask one of your young people about Greek gods. The school been teaching them about Greek gods, but ask them the title of official government worker. They have no clue. Y'all gotta hear me on this one. And I feel so helpless. There is nothing I can say because we are that far gone. There's U.S. troops in Taiwan. They're looting everywhere, like as meetups. And they're broadcasting it to show you who to hate. And it's your own children. Now I see why God said that. God once said to forsake me is to forsake your own children. That's what he said, and I felt so bad saying it on camera. I was like, I'm sorry. But now I get it. He said to forsake him is to forsake your own children. This about to be bad, y'all. Unless we can find a way to We Are the World up a little bit and put some... remember earlier I was telling you guys about brotherly love and love. Remember at Christmas time? I can't believe I'm saying this like it's a far memory. I'm sorry, I can't believe I'm saying this like it's a far off memory, but you remember the joy at Christmas time and how, like, the goodwill unto men, and that was evidence of Christ, of God coming into the world. Was the way people were treating each other at Christmas time. Not the presents, but the way you treat each other. Y'all gotta get that on the earth again. We gotta get that on the earth again. I hope it don't gotta get so bad. All I gotta say is what's on the news right now in Illinois and in, the looting and the stuff. That was one of my visions. And it was bad. It was bad. It was so bad. It was whole groups of kids going missing. It was lynchings. It was bad. It was bad. And it was all done to children. It was all, that's what you gotta hear though, because that you probably know it yourself right now. You probably are sitting here going, they're kids, but they're doing this, like kill them or whatever. No, these are kids. These are kids. And that's why I'm crying, because I know this just happened. Let it happen again. Let it happen a few more times. And y'all gonna forget their kids. So I want to make y'all feel bad about being adults. If you look at those kids with hate or malice in any kind of way, your knee-jerk reaction to your heart just showed itself. If anything, teach them what they're doing is wrong. or get out the way and go home and stay home. Because this is the beginning of the war. That's what I saw. Oh. And it ain't the kind of war you think. It's against our children. It's against our kids. Because we didn't teach them. They created a whole generation of ex-people that didn't teach the children properly. So this war that's coming, yeah, they're going to call it a civil war, but it's really going to be the movie The Fifth Wave. Where it was the children against the adults and they didn't even know it. Oh. Oh. This is hard. This is a hard one. This one, I thought it was over with that guy. I forgot his name. George Floyd. I thought it was over with that. And then, you know, the people came out and there was some young people that said, like, back in Cleveland, there was a few young people that said they saw agitators coming in from a different place. And so I thought it was over. I thought, no, that part of the vision won't come true. But then God said it again, money moves the crowd. Money moves the crowd. Ain't nothing we can do except for that. So then it's all the protest, all of it is planned. Go home, stay in your house, stay away from it. If you are a parent of a child, you teach your child that they're using them as bait. They're using your child as bait. If you know your child is out there part of that and all you care about is what they got, yeah, the knee-jerk reaction of your heart just show who team you're on. So we can't say God knows your heart. The truth is he do, because you're okay with such a thing. So then all the good people can do is step back. That's all they can do. And if you're a really good person, you'll teach as many children around you civics, social studies, as fast as possible. Because they ain't teaching it in school. I'm serious. Go ask a young person what they're teaching. Greek gods. My kids know everything about Greek gods. I didn't teach them about Greek gods. My kids used to go to school, send me back pictures like, Mom, see, this is what they teaching us about Greek gods. Wasn't teaching them about the one true God, no. Wasn't teaching them about civics or social studies or anything like that. No. Nope. They was only teaching the feel-good stories as it related to their own history. They weren't teaching. So it's our fault. That's how you kick the saving face demon's ass. It's our fault. Our children are out there. It's our fault for not caring, not teaching, for literally getting that money move the crowd mentality. It's our fault. That's the truth. It's the truth. And my kids ain't out there, but y'all, if you know me, every doggone kid on this earth is mine in my head. If you know me, they all mine. Ouch. Oh. know me. You know that. I'm just saying, take some personal responsibility for what's going on with our kids, man. Please. And if there's, I'm nobody, but if there's somebody with some type of influence, like, we need some parents that will stand between the children and these targets. But know this, best thing you could do is talk your child into not going, and you stay home too. I just want you to know that. But if there's no way you can stop your child from being a part of this, best thing you could do is be there in a way of telling them they're wrong. Don't do this. Don't do this. It's not right. I'm sorry. So, I'm sorry. That vision, when I turned on the news, and it's like all of my visions, like, they're all coming true. They've all come true. Even down to the spiral, man. Even down to the spiral. But this one about the kids has always been a thing for me. Go back and look. I've always talked about this. We gotta find a way to teach them that this is planned. This is a psychological coup. Or if we can't teach them it's planned, then I need y'all to have compassion. That's what I need y'all to do. I need y'all, yeah, stay home. But then when the opportunity and the hour comes to be the change that you expect to see on this earth, then be it. It's the best thing I could tell you. I doubt it, though. Heck, I wish I had more faith. I wish I had more faith. I don't got that kind of faith in humanity, God. I don't. I'm sorry, it's just this is the prophecy I thought we probably got past. I thought, I don't know, I thought after January 6th that maybe we got past this prophecy. And then I saw what they were doing with all the Great Lakes. And I know they were making room for the king of the north to come down. But I don't know. I thought we got past this one. Oh, man, y'all. These are kids. They don't represent an entire culture of people. They're children. They don't represent their parents. They don't represent, like, they're kids that have not been taught nothing. Flat out, or they wouldn't be out there. Yep, I said it. They weren't taught a damn thing, or they would not be doing such a thing. Flat out. That's what I was trying to say to y'all earlier. It's the heart's reaction. It shows what these kids been taught, if that's their heart's reaction. And I told you, that little boy, my son's friend. My son was on my side with the conversation, but his friend was straight on some, people get over on me, I'm going to get over on them. No. No. You never get to run your own race if that's your goal. We ain't been teaching, and it's our fault. All of our fault. Every last one of us. Yeah, I said it. All of us. Yeah, I was just watching, like, we all dropped the ball on this one. And I'm telling y'all, the start of this war, It's that movie, The Fifth Wave. Remember, that was in Cleveland, too. Camp Cuyahoga. Man, they really are not original with any of this stuff. But this is that movie. And remember how the kids were fighting the adults, thinking the adults were aliens? That's what's about to happen. Not thinking we're aliens, but thinking we don't know no better. It's almost like the whole generation got a what's the name of that disorder? Wait, oppositional defiance disorder. It's like all of the teens think all of the adults are stupid because they've been programmed to, like, when have you seen a smart parent on TV? It's been a long time, hasn't it? It's so all the kids think we're stupid. That's what programming and brainwashing is. So get ready. There's about to be a lot more of that. That's the start of it. Y'all read your Bibles. The Bible always say it was never going to be a race war. No, it was going to be the latter would judge the former. This is going to be a war between parent and child. It's our kids. It's true. We going to be here to watch it unfold. Because we're going to react wrong. I wish I had more faith in humanity. But I see a ticking time bomb that if we don't get that jovialness back, we ain't gonna survive it. Our kids ain't gonna survive it. They're not gonna know how to come back from the evil they've been partaking in. They ain't gonna know. They won't have enough feelings to come back from the evil they've been partaking in. And we've been allowing it. We've been a part of it. Let's be real. These nuts, right? Ain't that the t-shirts and stuff? Like, we've been a part of it. They ain't gonna know how to come back from it either. Not unless we get that jovialness about us. I get it. I see it. It's as clear as day. So y'all pray. Pray. And remember, when you see this stuff happen on TV, take into account these are humans. These are children. Right? They are human children. That's something to take into account. Right? Because if we don't, we gonna pass some judgments that ain't our judgment to pass. And we gonna make some decisions that ain't our decisions to be made. Or better yet, we ain't gonna make some decisions. We gonna let them perish. We're gonna give them over to evil. I mean, like, all the Bible says this. Like, no. Revelations 12, what the devil do at the end? Ran after her offspring, her children. This ain't about black and white. They going after your kids, y'all. You getting there yet? Like, y'all don't remember? Y'all remember Pharrell? I don't like him. But y'all remember him? On The Voice? Whenever there was the young person, it was like he would salivate as if they were a pork chop. Like, how old are you? Oh, you 14? Ah. I want that. That's the way they act. It's our kids they after. And if we do nothing, we serving our kids up on a platter. Because our kids ain't going to know how to come back. They don't even know how to say hello now. Real talk. They don't. They don't know how to be respect. They don't know how. Ask a teacher. You think I'm lying? Ask a teacher. And I don't care the color of the child either. They don't know how no more. I remember I told y'all that's the one place I said color don't exist no more. Is amongst our kids. Color don't exist no more amongst our kids. Go look around. It don't. I'm telling you. They are one mind. One hive mind. If we don't get back the concept of it being influential, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Nas X, Lil Baby. Y'all know that shit was evil, right? I had to say it. If they could say the stuff they say, I could say that shit was evil, right? I should be able to say it. I should be able to say it. Y'all know it was evil, right? What was his name? 6ix9ine. So that way, all races, creeds, and colors, the evil has taken over our kids. And we do nothing. What would we do? Teach. Sit them down with the Bible. Musk up against these crappy ideas that they're holding on as principles. Musk up against them. What do I mean? Ask them questions. Read the Bible with them. See how they feel about things. Listen to their mental view of the earth, of the world, and then Musk up against it. Why that? I don't agree with you there, son. I need you to read this. Well, I'm just saying that's the only way. That's the only way. If not, forgive them and stay home. That's the only thing I can tell you. Forgive these children and stay home. Don't be a target. Get out their way and wait on them to need you so that way you could teach them something. That's the only other way. Because right now, money's moving the crowd. I'm sorry, this is a big prophecy for me because this is one I thought we got past. I thought once George Floyd was down and then remember the guy, they were showing, they was like putting bricks that weren't there before. So these young people think they're coming to protest and now they're looking like these bricks wasn't here a minute ago. And they were coming on showing us videos of it. So I thought like maybe the kids were past it. But then when I saw Illinois, it was like all I could hear God clear as day say it again. Money moves the crowd. Then I saw the fifth wave. Then I saw my dream. Remember that dream? I woke up in the middle of the night, y'all. And everything around me was on fire. Everything. I woke up in the dream. I was in the dream. And everything was on fire. And my cousin was just laying, she was laying there. And there was this little mixed baby. Well, I don't know if he was mixed. He looked like me. Like red hair like me and everything. I'm not mixed. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the little light-skinned baby. But he was just laying there and he crying and he needed help. There's fire everywhere and my cousin wouldn't move. Like she was literally like, To where I'm like, there's fire everywhere. And then Olivia, my daughter, was like this. I was so proud of her in my dream. She was like this teen ambassador that was bringing me all the teens to like, because it was like I was the only one moving. All the other adults were like this. You know? That's how all the other adults were. And that's when I told y'all that jovialness was the way. It was like we were disappointing the children from our, to where I'm like, no, come on, we can do this. I had to become childlike. Come on, everybody. I was really silly during fire, but it was the only way we were going to survive. It was the only way we were going to survive. I was begging my cousin to move. She would not move, and that was her grandchild. Like, I was begging her to move. She was just, It was a dream. It was a dream, but that's when I woke up like, nah, y'all. I was crying and everything. Like, y'all gotta understand. We gotta get our jovialness back. We gotta get our joy back. We gotta believe God wins. We gotta get that back. I'm telling you, go to bed tonight without studying your Bible. Like, you just, there's a silent war going on. It ain't too silent anymore, but there's a real live silent war going on. And your only weapon is your Bible and getting your jovialness back. Believing God wins. Unto death. Like, for real talk. Like, I have no care for my life whatsoever, or I wouldn't be here. You get what I'm saying? Like, but that knowing God wins at all costness back. Because then we can move and do something and help these children. But if we're moving scared and offended and all that stuff, we lost before we even tried. All right, I'm going to go. I just needed to... I don't even know if I told you what I needed to tell you. All right, let's say this. I'm going to say this for the last time. Here we go. Let's make sure I said it all. Here we go. When it comes to these children looting and doing those types of things, I need you to hold on to the vision that they're children. Okay? If you're not going to help them by stopping them with love and dignity because they haven't been taught, they haven't been, flat out. Okay? That's what they're arguing about in the schools. They ain't been teaching them nothing. Okay? So if you're not going to help them, real talk, okay, stay in your houses away from what they're doing, okay? And wait on the opportunity to be a light from God. That's all I can tell you. The other people these are your children. Meaning, like, I feel like all children are mine. But this is actually biologically your child going out here doing these things. I'm going to need you to musk up against them by telling them don't go, talking with them about why they want to go, asking questions, following them. If they got to go, then yeah, I guess I got to go too. You got me. Look, I'm telling you, if it was one of my children, I'd be, got me out here in this cold. This is where you do your mama. I would have used every guilt tactic to get us home. Every guilt tactic in the world. Look, your mama out here in the cold. You got me out here. I'll be literally like, hey, get the news guy. There go Lil Ray. Get him. Show him that's my child. Your dumb ass. I would be doing that. I'm telling you, their lives depend on it. Because I saw the bigger war. And the bigger war, they don't care about us. They want us dead. It's your children that they want. They want your children. They don't want us. I told you that. Y'all gotta hear me. They've been indoctrinating our children with demons for a long time. They put MK Ultra cells in the communities that literally wake up to corrupt, molest, rape, murder. They don't even know what they're doing. It's called the Black Death or the Black Awakening. Look, this, it's real. Why these big names talking about it? Why a few of them dead now? Russ Dizdar? Oh, I love Russ. I used to listen to Russ all the time. I did. Because he talked about that awakening, and I think my husband was a part of it. I do. I think my husband was one of those people that was kidnapped, programmed, and gave back to the world to wake up at a certain time. I do. Yeah. So these people, big name people, are talking about this. Government officials. Classified information, unclassified, and given to the world. And we still don't believe it? And we still don't believe it. Cognitive dissonance much? So that's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell any of us. And know this, if this is unchecked, this is the start of, y'all thought it was going to be a civil war? Nope, it's going to be against your children. It is. And guess what? If you want to bring, it's just like, remember the movie, what was the name of that movie? Oh, I can't think of the name of the movie. It was about Indians, and they like Aztec type Indians, and when they captured the women, they didn't have to tie up the children. The children just followed along. Real talk. Well, guess what? When they do this with the young people, they don't have to capture the parent. I would follow along. You heard me. I said I would be, if my child was out there, I would be outside going, oh my goodness. You get what I'm saying? It's the same exact thing as that movie. Think about it. If someone captured your son right now, right, real live, he's missing. They got you. From the moment, like, it might not be on the news. Like, people who lost their children, whose children are still missing, yeah, that person's still in anguish and agony every day. They want to go find that child. They probably don't come home at night. They probably stand where they last saw that child. They do that even though you've turned off the TV. The person who lost their child, they do that even though you turned off the TV. So what I'm saying is, y'all saw how many kids they got out there that's been indoctrinated? So how many parents you gonna see out there if this go on too long? And then how many parents are you gonna see out there defending their children against ignorant adults that don't even see the fact that they're children anymore? All they care about is the stuff and the fear of them losing stuff. How long? So do you see what I mean about how this is the start of the BS? I hope you see how this is the start. Like, it looks like we got to worry about war and drafting. No, we don't got to worry about any of that. Nope. Not at all. We got to worry about Lil Uzi Vert mixed with Lil Nas X, mixed with a horde of youth that are already operating out of a hive mind, that don't believe that the parents are intelligent. They are not. This generation of kids, I'm telling you, they are smarter than all of us in their own minds. Like, no, I've had this generation of children tell me real common things as if they figured it out. Y'all heard what I just said. Stuff that we all, an adult knows, but they come and sit and tell it to you, philosophizing it to you, to where you go, Yeah, that's exactly how that go. You get what I'm saying? So we got a different group. We got a different generation this time around. And this ain't gonna be good, y'all. This ain't gonna be good at all. So that's all I want to tell you. Just remember that these are children for as long as you can. And I'm telling you, when the time comes, stay out of it. It's your best bet for everybody. Go and do Isaiah 26. Hide thyself. Come, my children, hide thyselves into thy chamber just for a little while until God's indignation has passed. Okay? That's just your best bet. Because there's going to be a lot of people whose knee-jerk reactions of their heart going to land them in hell because of this. I said it. I said it. You Here we go. That man's knee-jerk reaction shot that 20-year-old girl while they was turning around in the wrong driveway. Like, they done pulled in. They sitting in the driveway like, we ain't got no reception. I don't know which way to go. They doing this, trying to figure out the reception. Man comes outside like, they in my yard too long. Pop, pop, killed the girl. So where he going? His knee-jerk reaction of his heart showed exactly who he with. He ain't with God. I'm just saying, you can't fake a heart like that. Just can't. You can't fake a heart like that. It'll hurt you. Can't do it. That heart got to be real to do that. So I'm just saying, with images like that on TV, kids dying left and right, random adults shooting them, how much longer we got before we got a real war? How much longer we got before we got a real war? I will be going to the store buying water tomorrow, though. I saw that. It's time to do that. I feel like there's a link to marijuana being legalized. I'm hearing this, y'all. There's a link. I don't know what it is. I'm just hearing this. There's a link to marijuana being legalized, cash bail, and those locations. Something's going on with that. Look into that. Look into that. I'm gonna look into that. There's some type of connection there. Did you notice that's happening in all the places where marijuana was legalized? Hmm. And y'all know I used to smoke weed, real talk, and the weed is different these days. It is. It ain't like it used to be. I told y'all that. Y'all knew it ain't like I ever kept nothing for y'all. I'm living sacrifice truthful. But there's some type of link there. I see it. Why this is happening in all those places. So all we need is Michigan, Illinois. So we need another one in New York. Right? Did it get passed in New York, y'all? I think it was. Let's look that up. I'm gonna be looking at that. We need to know where all those places where weed was legalized. I'm not saying the weed did this to them. I'm saying there's a connection. I don't want anybody to be sitting here, trying to say I'm something I'm not. I'm not that. I'm honest. I'm honest. And when I see a pattern or a correlation, I'm the first to tell you. I was the one that told you. Y'all remember this. I was the one that told you about the burnt hair before your boy Elon Musk told you about it. Remember, I told you about the burnt hair, and then 2 days later, here he come trying to fix it. Go check that out. I remember y'all were here to where we all was like burnt hair all of a sudden. Burnt hair cologne after I made that statement. Interesting. There's some type of correlation. I just feel it. I see it. I see it. I don't know what it is, but I'll find out. So, all right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I don't want this to be too long. I just needed to tell you, remember their kids for as long as you can. And if at some point your agape turns off, y'all know agape love, your agape turns off, go in the house. Trust me, this ain't one battle you don't want to mess with. Real talk. You don't want to mess with this battle. Better off just going home. Let Walmart deliver. Trust me. Because this is the start of it. I seen it with my own eyes. And I saw in those children's eyes on the news what I saw in those children's eyes in that dream. And I'm telling you, my daughter, in my dream, my daughter was bringing me young people because nobody had taught the other young people like the real about God. You get what I'm saying? My kids know me. They know I'm going to teach you the real about God. Even the stuff you don't want to hear, I'm going to teach you. I tell my daughter, you're a portal to this earth. Like, you're the only supernatural thing. Anything is ever, like a woman is the only supernatural thing. So you need a keeper of the portal. You get what I'm saying? You can't be having somebody that's going to defile the portal. You need somebody that's going to keep the portal. Like, that's going to stand guard in front of the portal. You know what I mean? So I'm that kid. I'm that person that tells the children the truth. So in my dream, my daughter was bringing me young people with that look in their eyes of it could have went either way. They were going to kill somebody or they were going to help somebody. We don't know yet, you know. She was just bringing all these young people to me. I was so proud of her because she was such a little warrior in the dream. So that's all I got to say, guys. Remember their kids. And if you forget their kids, go hide. That's what you got to do. The moment you forget their kids, go hide. All right. God bless. I love you guys. And I'm sorry for the rant, but y'all needed to know. Like, especially if you my long-term listener. Don't get me wrong. I'm grateful for the new listeners. Yay. Thank y'all. But my long-term listeners know when it comes to the kids, I don't play. They know that. And they also know I've been, I woke up at 3 a.m. telling people about what I just seen. And then I see it happening on TV in front of me. Like, you could say it's the beginning of it. So it just flipped me out and I got impulse issues. So, all right. I love you guys. Stay love. Love each other and stay safe. All right. Talk to you guys soon.